Alright, this is a 2005 Nissan Altima with a 3.5 liter engine. I'm going to replace the camshaft sensor, which is in the front of the engine on the battery side. First thing you need to do is remove the plastic engine cover, and there's 4 hex nuts that you have to remove, and these are the nuts where the nuts go through the cover. So I've already removed the cover. The camshaft sensor is right here, and that's the electrical connection that has to be removed. So I'll give you a different angle of that. So you can see right here, that is the tab that you need to push in order to pull that electrical connection off. And then right below that, to the left just slightly, this is the bolt that is holding the sensor in. Here's the electrical connection that I had to remove. It's a little tricky to get off. This green part here, you need to push this down. It's not going to be in the down position, so you just sort of push that down, and then you just sort of really kind of jam both hands in there, and while you're pushing this down, just wiggle it gently and the cap should lift right off. Now you can see that's the sensor where the plug was just pulled out of, right down here. And now I'm going to remove this number 10 millimeter bolt here to remove the sensor. Okay, you can see I removed the bolt, and here it is right here. Now I actually used a wrench to do that because I couldn't really get my socket in there real well. So I just put my wrench in there down like this, and then I had to actually tap it just a little bit to break that grip. But it did come out pretty easily. Okay, now here is the sensor. Now I just got my socket handle and I pushed down on where the bolt came out just to loosen that up. Now you got to wiggle that around a little bit, and you sort of need to work it out. And there's rubber gaskets in there holding it in, preventing oil from coming out. So you just need to work it out. It takes a couple minutes maybe. Okay, after you work it out, eventually it's going to come out. And I'm just removing the sensor, and here it is right here. That's the guy we're going to replace. Okay, here's the new sensor, and there's this rubber gasket right around here. I'm just going to touch my finger into some oil that's already coming out of the hole where the sensor came out. I'm just going to rub it around that gasket, and then I'm going to put this right back in, put the bolt back in, put the connector back on, and that should be it. Okay, I've inserted the sensor back in there. There it is right here. I'm going to get my bolt, put it in there, and I got to seat the sensor fully. And now I got the bolt in there. Going to just work that in by hand and then give it the final couple tightens with my little wrench, and I'll put the electrical connection back on, and that's your repair.